It's time for Media Watch here now on France 24, and that can only mean the arrival of James Creedon and his trusty laptop.
Yes, indeed.
Welcome,
good evening, Chris.
Welcome, James. We're starting off with French President Francois Hollande. 100 days in, time for a bit of stock taking.
That's it. And it's this was yesterday's Libération, so they were even talking about it yesterday. 100 days of Hollande, normal or pépère. I'm not even actually sure what that means.
I don't know why.
Some French word.
Time's going online translator out.
So look, it's since the weekend they've been anticipating this 100-day sort of landmark when traditionally the media takes a look at how they've been doing. Let's take a look at some of the headlines online. The website Le Lab, which belongs to the radio station Europe 1, they're saying the government really isn't that keen to talk up this 100-day landmark because actually not a lot has been done. I mean, they're off on holidays at the moment. The parliament was re-elected during that time as well, so it's kind of difficult to do much in that 100-day period, especially seeing as Hollande has said, look, I'm leaving a lot to the Prime Minister. I'm not going to do like Nicolas Sarkozy where it's top heavy, I decide everything.
President.
That's right. So less has been done in 100 days. Even this left-leaning website Nouvel Observateur are saying peut mieux faire, could do better. So there's not a lot of positive talk really 100 days in. The right-leaning website Atlantico is saying, you know, with all of this, Sarkozy's place in history is becoming clearer. In other words, he did more in his first 100 days. The Guardian is saying, you know, the honeymoon is over. Lots of European reaction to this as well. This is El País, and they're talking about Syria and the fact that that has been a bit of a headache on the international scene for Hollande, who has found it difficult to know how to react. This is an Argentine paper, and they're saying La Primera Dama, a problem for the President of France. So some saying that's what marked the first 100 days. Valerie Trierweiler and the infamous tweet. So there you go. And just a quick look at Twitter, because some people are saying that a lot of unrest in the city of Amiens to mark his 100 days. And Sarkozy or Hollande spoke about une France apaisée, or a calmed or more kind of calmed down France, and I suppose that those are scenes that wouldn't point to a very calm situation. So unfortunate timing, you could say.
That's right, rioting going on up in Amiens over the last couple of days. We were talking about the 100 days there of Francois Hollande, apart from a few smart alecks out there have pointed out that it's not actually 100 days.
That's right. Some, such as Douglas Herbert in the newsroom, got their calculator out and realised that it's actually only 91 days.
Well done, Doug.
That's right. Doug has very good at mental arithmetic. Now, the thing is, they're counting from the day of his actual election, not when he entered office at the Elysee Palace. So I suppose you could say this 100-day landmark, it's a lot of guff, really. And it's August in France. Everything's shut down.
It's the silly season.
It is silly season. People, another person was telling me in the newsroom earlier about their local bank and who take a Monday off. And because Wednesday's a bank holiday, they're also taking Tuesday off in between, so that bank is only opening on Thursday this week. So you see, I think it's probably the same in the media. People are trying to find things to talk about, such as 100-day landmarks.
We're still working very hard, James. Let's move to the other side of the Atlantic now. Mitt Romney's announced his running mate, Mr. Ryan there, who has a fairly heavy presence on social media.
That's right, and it seems like that's why he was chosen, really. He's an ultra-conservative, very conservative guy, and most importantly, very developed on social media. He has loads of followers on Twitter and Facebook, very active on those two websites, and indeed, they think that the Tea Party sort of presence online is what is being targeted here, because they are very engaged. The ultra-conservative, hardline conservative Tea Party element are very engaged on social media. And so this is a choice, Mr. Ryan, to, I suppose, tap into that vote. And indeed, he has more followers than Joe Biden, or more likes on Facebook, rather. So Joe Biden, I suppose, would want to get a little bit of a tutorial on how to up those number of likes on Facebook.
Meanwhile, the Romney camp also looking to reach out to Latino voters.
That's right. Now, this was yesterday evening. Let's roll these pictures because it was a bit of a fail for Mitt Romney. He's targeting the Tea Partiers, also targeting Latino voters. This was in Miami. It was in a place called El Palacio de los Jugos. It was a juice place, and it was meant to target the Latino vote. Except the guy who owns it is a convicted cocaine smuggler.
Let's hope he hasn't got any of that in the juice.
So it would be an interesting flavour. And so basically back in, I think it was 1997, he was one of 12 people convicted of importing 1,293 kilograms of cocaine. Amongst the other 12, there was Ali Baba, Skeletor, Stump and Buckwheat. They were all a gang. So clearly they weren't part of the background check in terms of vetting out this particular event. So Mitt Romney fail.
Okay, you've been surfing the world on Google Earth, I see, James, and you found us some more pyramids in Egypt.
That's right. You know, just all in a day's work. This, I can't claim credit. This was, in fact, Angela Micol. Now, she is a satellite archaeology researcher. Now, what's impressive here is she discovered these pyramids in Upper Egypt, which is actually in the south of Egypt. I think it's something to do with the Nile. From North Carolina, from her home in North Carolina. Google Earth technology, she was scouring through it and discovered these pyramids, which have heretofore not been discovered in ancient Egypt. Now, 2 different sites, 90 kilometers apart, bearing a lot of similarities apparently to the pyramids of Giza in terms of the formation, with 3 other, I suppose, sites tailing out from the main site. And Egyptologists and pyramid expert Nabil Salim has confirmed that they may well be the real thing. So it's pretty interesting, the democratization of technology and how you can find these, you know, ancient sites from your sitting room.
Incredible. James Creedon, thank you very much for that.
Thanks, Chris.
Roundup. That was Media Watch. Do stay with us here on France 24. Coming up, web news and down with hospital gowns. That's the message circulating on an online petition here in France.